Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments in life when it seems like the very people you trust the most are the ones who inflict the deepest wounds. Perhaps you've experienced this betrayed by someone you loved, misunderstood by those you thought cared, or even judged by people who barely know you. Yes, they kept hurting you. But here's the truth: the hurt was not meant to break you, it was meant to shape you. Hurt is an unavoidable part of life. No matter who you are, where you come from, or what you do, there will be moments when you experience pain. People will let you down, situations will fall apart, and unexpected trials will arise. The reality is that hurt is woven into the fabric of the human experience. It comes in many forms: rejection, betrayal, loss, criticism, and even failure. There is no escaping it. But while hurt may be inevitable, the real power lies in how you respond to it. You see, pain in itself does not define you. It's what you do with that pain that shapes who you become. When someone hurts you, you have two options. You can allow the hurt to consume you, or you can choose to rise above it. You can choose to react out of anger, resentment, or bitterness, or you can choose to respond with grace, forgiveness, and understanding. The choice is always yours. This choice is not easy. It's far simpler to react instinctively, to lash out, to hold a grudge, to close your heart off from the world. But that path, while seemingly justified in the moment, leads to a dead end. It creates a cycle of bitterness, a hardened heart that shuts out not only the hurt, but also the healing. On the other hand, choosing to respond differently requires strength. It requires you to look beyond the pain and see the lesson, the growth, the opportunity for something greater. The truth is, no matter what others do to you, your response is where your power lies. You can't control what people say or do, but you can always control how you allow it to affect you. In every moment of hurt, there is a decision to be made. Will this break me? Or will this build me? Will I let this define me as a victim? Or will I use it as fuel to rise above? The pain will come. There's no stopping that. But you have the authority over your reaction. You can choose to let the hurt harden you, or you can choose to let it refine you, making you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. People may wound you in ways that leave deep emotional scars. They may criticize, belittle, or betray you, shaking your confidence and making you question your worth. The wounds they cause can be painful, but those wounds do not have the power to alter your destiny. You see, what others do to you may affect you temporarily, but it cannot change the course of your life unless you allow it. Your destiny, your purpose, your calling, and your potential remains intact, no matter what they throw your way. The plans that are set for your life are much bigger than the actions of any individual. Those who hurt you might intend to knock you off track, to discourage you from pursuing your dreams, or even to make you feel like you're not capable of achieving greatness. But their actions cannot cancel what has already been placed inside of you. Your destiny is not in their hands. It is in yours, and is driven by the purpose you were created to fulfill. When people wound you, it's important to remember that their power over your future is limited. Yes, they may slow you down for a moment. They may cause you to stumble or doubt yourself. But ultimately, their negativity cannot define where you're going or what you're capable of achieving. You have been equipped with everything you need to rise above the hurt, to push through the pain, and to move forward with your purpose. Your destiny is a part of you, unchangeable, unshakable, and independent of what anyone else thinks or does. While people may try to damage your spirit or delay your progress, they cannot take away what is meant for you. Their attempts to wound you are temporary setbacks, but they are powerless against the greater plan that is unfolding in your life. Forgiveness has a power that many people underestimate. When you hold on to anger, resentment, or bitterness from the wrongs that others have done to you, it's as if you are living in a mental and emotional prison. The past becomes something that weighs heavily on your heart and mind, influencing your thoughts, actions, and decisions. Every time you recall the hurt, it's like reliving the pain, and over time, this only deepens the wounds. In this state, the past controls you. It shapes your present and limits your future, keeping you stuck in a cycle of negativity. Forgiveness, however, breaks that cycle. It releases you from the hold that past hurts have over your life. It's not about condoning or excusing what was done to you, but rather about releasing yourself from the emotional burden that you've been carrying. By choosing to forgive, you take back control of your life. You decide that the pain others cause will no longer dictate your thoughts or emotions. Instead of being tied to the past, forgiveness allows you to move forward with a sense of peace and freedom. When you forgive, you're no longer a prisoner to the emotions tied to the hurt. You're no longer allowing the actions of others to dominate your mind and affect your outlook on life. Forgiveness opens the door to healing, making space for joy, peace, and growth. It gives you the ability to let go of the weight of the past and fully embrace the opportunities and blessings that are ahead of you. In forgiving, you are not just freeing the other person, more importantly, you are freeing yourself to live without the chains of past grievances holding you back. You may have gone through difficult times, faced challenges that seemed impossible to overcome, and endured pain inflicted by others. In those moments, it's easy to feel like a victim, to believe that life has dealt you an unfair hand. But the truth is, while you may have been knocked down, you are not defined by those circumstances. What defines you is how you rise after the fall, how you choose to move forward despite the setbacks. You are not the victim of what happened to you, rather, you are victorious in your resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to endure hardship and emerge stronger than before. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them head on and refusing to let them break you. Every time you refuse to give up, every time you stand back up after being pushed down, you are demonstrating your strength. In those moments, you prove that you are not controlled by what has happened to you, but by the determination inside of you to keep moving forward. When you recognize the power of your resilience, you see that you are not a passive participant in your own life. You may have been hurt, but you are not helpless. You have the capacity to take control of your story, to overcome the adversity, and to turn your pain into power. This strength, this ability to persist through hardship, makes you a victor in every sense of the word. You have faced the trials, but instead of being defined by them, you have used them as stepping stones to reach new heights. That is victory in its purest form. Each time you endure, you are rewriting the narrative. No longer are you bound by the label of a victim. Instead, you carry the identity of someone who has overcome. Your resilience is the mark of your victory, proving that no challenge, no setback, and no pain can keep you from achieving what you're destined to become. Through resilience, you transform your struggles into triumphs, becoming stronger with each battle you face. Pain is an inevitable part of life. It comes in many forms: emotional, physical, mental, and affects everyone at some point. What sets people apart is not the presence or absence of pain, but how they choose to respond to it. Pain can leave you feeling defeated, overwhelmed, and broken. But it also carries the potential to shape and strengthen you. The key is in the decision you make when the pain comes. Will you allow it to shatter your spirit, or will you use it as a tool to build yourself up and grow? When faced with pain, the instinctive reaction is often to retreat, to let it take over and weaken you. It's easy to let pain define you, to see yourself as powerless against it. But pain is not the end of the story. It's an opportunity, a crossroads where you decide what happens next. If you let it, pain can break your confidence, erode your sense of self-worth, and make you feel like there's no way forward. It can make you give up on your dreams, believing that the challenges are too great to overcome. On the other hand, pain has the unique ability to build something within you if you let it. It can push you to new levels of strength, endurance, and understanding. Pain can be the catalyst for growth, teaching you lessons that you would not have learned in comfort. Through pain, you discover your capacity for resilience, for pushing through even when everything in you wants to stop. The process may be difficult, but each time you choose to rise in the face of pain, you are building something stronger, a foundation that can withstand future challenges. The decision is ultimately yours. Pain does not determine the outcome, your response does. You have the power to decide whether the pain you experience will be a stumbling block that holds you back or a stepping stone that elevates you to new heights. In that moment of decision, you shape your future, either allowing pain to break you or using it to build the person you are meant to become. Your purpose is something unique to you. It's a deep calling that defines the direction of your life and is woven into your very existence. While the actions of others may influence or challenge you, they do not have the power to alter or stop the purpose you are meant to fulfill. People may try to stand in your way, undermine your efforts, or discourage you from pursuing your dreams, but no one has the authority to change the course of your destiny. When others act against you, whether through jealousy, resentment, or misunderstanding, it's easy to feel as though their actions might derail your progress. You may face setbacks, delays, or obstacles because of their behavior. But what they do cannot stop the purpose that has been placed within you. Your purpose comes from a place deeper than external circumstances, and it is not dependent on the approval or support of anyone else. It is something that was set for you before anyone had a say in it, and no human action can take it away. The challenges others create might slow you down for a moment, but they can't permanently block the path you are on. If anything, the adversity you face because of others can refine you, making you even more determined to press forward. Every time someone tries to hinder your progress, you have the opportunity to dig deeper into your purpose, to strengthen your resolve, and to rise above the situation. The obstacles placed by others become part of your story, not as reasons for failure, but as proof of your resilience and commitment to fulfilling your purpose. No matter how many times people attempt to hold you back, their actions are limited. They do not control the outcome of your journey. Your purpose is greater than any momentary challenge they might bring into your life. You may encounter resistance, but the fulfillment of your purpose lies in your hands, in your ability to stay focused, and in your refusal to be swayed by external negativity. The actions of others might create bumps along the way, but they can never derail the destination that is already set for you. Healing from pain is essential for your growth and well-being. When life brings hurt, whether through betrayal, loss, or disappointment, the natural response is to build walls around your heart to protect yourself from being hurt again. But while it's important to heal, it's equally important not to let that healing process turn into bitterness. A heart hardened by bitterness shuts out not only the pain, but also the blessings and opportunities that life has in store for you. As you go through the process of healing, it's easy to become defensive and closed off. You may feel that by hardening your heart, you're guarding yourself from future wounds, but in doing so, you are also closing yourself off from the good that life has to offer. A bitter heart becomes a barrier between you and the joy, love, and peace that are waiting to flow into your life. When you allow bitterness to take root, it clouds your perspective, making it difficult to see the blessings that are right in front of you. Bitterness doesn't just protect you from future hurt, it imprisons you in the pain of the past. Instead of moving forward, you remain stuck, replaying old wounds and nursing feelings of anger and resentment. This emotional state creates a block that prevents you from receiving the blessings you deserve. When your heart is filled with bitterness, it's difficult to embrace new opportunities, to recognize kindness, or to experience genuine joy. The blessings that are meant for you can't reach you if your heart is closed off and hardened. True healing requires you to release the bitterness. It asks you to let go of the pain without letting it define you. This doesn't mean ignoring or denying what happened to you. It means choosing not to let that hurt shape your future. When you heal without hardening, you open yourself up to new possibilities, new relationships, and new experiences. You create space in your heart for blessings to flow in. A heart that remains soft even after going through pain is one that can truly receive the abundance of life. You can heal without losing your capacity for love, joy, and kindness. By keeping your heart open, you allow blessings to come into your life freely, unblocked by the weight of bitterness. In life, we all experience hurt in various forms: betrayal, loss, disappointment, and emotional pain. These experiences can feel overwhelming, often leaving deep emotional scars that are hard to bear. While we cannot control the actions of others or the circumstances that lead to our hurt, we do have control over how we respond to that pain. Ultimately, you are responsible for your healing, not for the hurt that was inflicted upon you. It's important to recognize that hurt is often inflicted by factors beyond our control. People make choices that can cause us pain. Situations arise that can lead to disappointment, and life can throw unexpected challenges our way. While these experiences are difficult, they are part of the human experience. You did not choose the hurt that came your way, but you can choose how to respond to it. This distinction is vital because it places the power back in your hands. When you acknowledge that you are not responsible for your hurt, you free yourself from the weight of guilt and shame that often accompanies painful experiences. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-blame, questioning what you could have done differently or how you could have prevented the pain. However, this kind of thinking only prolongs your suffering. Instead, it's essential to shift your focus toward your healing journey. Healing is an active process that requires intention, effort, and commitment. Taking responsibility for your healing means making conscious choices about how to move forward. It involves seeking support, whether through therapy, trusted friends, or support groups. It requires you to engage in self-care practices that nurture your well-being physically, emotionally, and mentally. You have the power to determine what healing looks like for you. This may mean confronting your feelings, allowing yourself to grieve, or practicing forgiveness, not for the sake of others, but for your own liberation. Embracing this responsibility empowers you to reclaim your narrative. Instead of being defined by the hurt you've endured, you become the author of your healing journey. This mindset allows you to transform pain into strength, leading to personal growth and resilience. Your healing process is uniquely yours. It unfolds in your time and on your terms. By prioritizing your healing, you send a powerful message to yourself that you deserve to feel whole, to experience joy, and to embrace a future free from the chains of past pain. In recognizing your responsibility for healing, you cultivate a sense of agency in your life. You are not merely a victim of your circumstances. You are a warrior, determined to rise above the hurt and reclaim your joy. This journey may not be easy, but it is one of the most significant acts of self-love and empowerment you can undertake. Through this process, you will discover that healing is not just about recovering from hurt. It's about evolving into a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. In conclusion, the journey of healing from the pain inflicted by others is not just about overcoming hurt. It's about reclaiming your power and embracing the fullness of your potential. You have experienced wounds that may have shaken your confidence and left you feeling vulnerable. But it's crucial to remember that you are not defined by the actions of those who sought to bring you down. Instead, you possess an incredible strength that allows you to rise above their hurtful actions and emerge even stronger. As you reflect on your experiences, take a moment to acknowledge the lessons learned through the pain. Every struggle carries with it a gift and opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and resilience. Each time someone hurt you, it was a chance to redefine your boundaries, to understand your worth, and to cultivate a deeper sense of self-compassion. It's through this understanding that you can transform your pain into purpose. Your experiences, no matter how challenging, can serve as stepping stones on the path to your destiny. Healing is not a linear process. It is filled with ups and downs, moments of triumph and moments of vulnerability. Allow yourself the grace to feel, to process, and to evolve. Surround yourself with positivity and support, whether through friends, family, or community, and remember that you don't have to navigate this journey alone. By sharing your story and your healing process, you can inspire others who may be facing similar struggles, showing them that it's possible to turn pain into power. As you move forward, let go of the bitterness that may linger in your heart. Choose to heal rather than harden, recognizing that your heart is a vessel for love, joy, and abundance. By doing so, you open yourself up to new possibilities and relationships that align with your true self. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. The scars you bear are not marks of shame, but symbols of your resilience and your capacity to overcome. Ultimately, remember that your purpose is unshakable and no one has the power to diminish it. You are here to make a difference, to inspire change, and to leave a mark on the world that is uniquely yours. So rise up with renewed strength. knowing that you have the power to write your own narrative. They may have kept hurting you, but you have the choice to keep healing, growing, and flourishing in ways that reflect the beauty of who you truly are. Embrace your journey, for it is yours to own, and let it lead you to a future filled with hope, love, and endless possibilities.